फ्रेंड्स, भारतीय विद्या भवन नवी मुंबई केंद्रवासी और अन्य मित्र द्वारा आयोजित ये IKS का प्रोग्राम. We started our IKS journey very recently. It was only in the month of March 2025 that we started the journey of IKS. We set up a IKS cell dedicated in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And we have been organizing a monthly talks on the various aspects of the Indian knowledge system. And it has been a fascinating journey. People are growing in number, the members are growing in number, and it has been extremely satisfying journey. And in the journey, we are getting distinguished speakers after speakers each month on the different aspects of the Indian knowledge system. And today we have got an exciting talk lined with us, the talk on the school of life, the deeper meaning of life, according to our Shastras. And to talk on this particular topic, we have a very, very renowned speaker with us, Radhika Dudhat. Radhika Dudhat is a religious thought leader. And I, of course, know her, but the more important is she is referred by one of our very close members of Bharati Vidya Bhavan. She is not there at the moment because she has got some family emergency. She'll be joining shortly. Kusum Jagasia, madam, she referred her name, and we immediately, and she has been kind enough to be with us today. She comes from a very, very rich pedigree. She is the daughter of the very eminent uh, judge the Bombay High Court has ever seen, Justice M.L. Dudhat. And incidentally, Dr. M.L. Dudhat was also the chairman of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan for a long period of a decade or so. Now, Radhika has been in she's by profession, she is Harvard educated, and by profession, she is a legal and advisor and risk management specialist. And she is right now the partner of a very, very eminent legal firm in the country, which is called Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company. But IKS is her passion, and she has been running a large number of sessions on the religious aspect, the Shastras. I have had the opportunity of listening to one or two of our talks, and they are really exciting and good. So we are sure that today we are going to have a very interesting, exciting session for all of us in store. On behalf of all of us, we welcome Radhika Madam and hand over the floor to her. Radhika Madam, the floor is totally open to you now.
Namaskar, dear friends. Some old, some new. First, thank you so much for inviting me to meet you all and share with you some of the understanding that I have gathered over the years. I'll just give you a little background before I start, and then we'll start. I know our talk is for an hour, so the way I'll try and do it is I'll finish it in 45 minutes, and then we can do question answers at the end of it. Is that okay, Dr. Sengupta? Is
That's
that
fine, perfectly fine.
okay? Wonderful. So, I'd like to begin by first sharing with you a backdrop of what is it that we are talking about today. Over the years, the two distinct things that have influenced my life, one, of course, the parents that I've had, wonderful people that I've met, opportunity to s- study, engage with some of them, read on my own, so on and so forth. Second is the essential yearning that I've always had with the love for existence for no reason at all. It's just a blessing that I've been blessed with, and over the years, it has just grown. So, while my adventure, I would say, or seeking started with books that I had not even read or known about. And I would just go to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, actually, a lovely store called Pustak Bharati. And I started this somewhere in 2007, just after my father passed on. And he was to speak on the Ashtavakra Gita. And I knew I had to complete that talk, which happened in Mahabaleshwar. And ever since I've been speaking on the Shastras. But to keep it simple, I used to go into the store and I would naturally be drawn to a book. It could be Kashmir Shaivism, it could be Yoga Vashishta, it could be Vedant, Advait. It really had no basis in terms of what genre it was. but it would happen. I would, of course, read the scripture, but the best part was, as you will experience this right now, I don't really prepare anything. I just speak and I listen to myself speak as well. And it's something that I'm going to share with you now. So, why the school of life to begin with? It's been a great journey that especially in the last 10, 12 years, I would say, where I came to realize that our Shastras are perfect, crystallate, distillate of the essential understanding and anubhuti. Experience is not the right word, but realizations of the masters that were there. And they are so perfect and mathematically, scientifically so perfect that all we really need to do is keep a company of any one of them as a dear friend, and it will guide us through our life. As in the conversation between Sri Ram and Vashishta during the Yoga Vashishta, one of the important things that when Sri Ram says, this, I'm in a state of utter despair and I really don't know what to do. Nothing seems to make any sense, where life itself seems so transient. Time really ebbs everything, yeah, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, material. Um, Today I'm a king, tomorrow I could be a pauper. I have no control over my own thoughts, my own feelings. I really don't know what's going to happen next. With so much transient behavior and everything in life, what is it that is really constant? And when Sage Vashishta starts sharing with him this knowledge through beautiful stories that he takes him through, one of the first thing he says that, hey Ram, if you make friends with either any of these four, you're sure to be guided in your life. And he describes those four as self inquiry, company of learned ones, study of scriptures, and yearning for liberation. So he says, any one of these you take to, all three will come to you, the other three will come to you. So, dear friends, what I'm about to share is some of the simple things that I have learned in life through realizations. These have been moments of epiphany for me, which today have simplified life in a very, very big way. And so I thought, let me start with this journey with you all, with this. And then, if it is of interest, we will share many, many more interesting things. Over the years, I've always felt that when we go through life, for each one of us, if you ask anybody what is it that you want in life, all of us naturally always say, I want to be happy. And when we think a little bit deeper about this, what we realize is we know what we want to be happy. I would like this to happen and I'll be happy. I want that to happen and I want to be happy, and so on and so forth. So, to me, today, and happiness is an idea of something. It could be an idea of a relationship, it could be an idea of material possessions, my own state of being, my own position vis a vis life, people, wherever, me achieving certain goal. It could be anything. And slowly, when we go deeper in it, we realize that I have been yearning or wanting X, Y, or Z many times. Some of it I have received, some of it I have not. When I have got, I have been happy. That in no time, then that idea of that concept is replaced by yet another concept, and then I'm yearning, looking for something else, and so on and so forth. So for me, today, when I look at my own self, everything in my concept, for me, everything is in context of me. This is the first realization that each one has, is when I have my life, Radhika's life, it is in context with this persona that I call Radhika, as this mind body complex, Nam and Roop. And to me, it's just not this Nam and Roop, it's identified with this being that I have reinforced over a period of time to say that this is Radhika and this is her life. This comes along with a bundle of many things. Of course, my nurture, my essential nature, circumstances, my own choices, my own experiences, my own conditionings. All of this, dear friends, as we know, is called as the samskaras, which we collect over a period of time. Samskaras or impressions are something that we create, collect over a period of time spontaneously as we go on in life. Some of them they happen as time flows from our birth to today, and lot of it has been collected over an essential period of time, which we are not even aware of. Now, how do we realize that we don't even know what my nature is or what my samskaras are? For example, if I look at my own life and behavior over a period of time from my childhood to today, I'll find a lot of changes that have happened over a period of things that I need seem to like at some point today I don't. Some things that I believed in today I may not. Something I didn't believe in today I do. So many things that happen. Then even during a particular day, I may resolve to do X, Y, or Z. I'll wake up and say I'm feeling like this. By the time it's afternoon, I'm feeling something different. By the time it's evening, I'm still feeling something different. I may think about the same thing in a very different way at different times. There is something that propels me constantly, which I'm not even aware of. So when you look at me, even without you realizing it, there are certain impressions that you have formed about me. Whether we like it or not, you've not even met me ever. But these impressions already exist. Likes, dislikes, behavior, this, that, all of it. So here we are as people meeting for the first time, you just looking at me and already have this whole gamut of things that you think about me. And that's the way we all are as human beings. It's very important that we understand it. So when the seers or the rishis started going deeper and deeper, and this is very beautifully set out in Kashmir Shaivism, where it talks about the essential three malas. So the first essential mala, it's when we talk about dirt here, it's not really dirt as in we know it. It essentially means any anything that isn't the absolute. Any deviation from the absolute is a mala. And that too, it is in thought naturally because there is only the absolute. And we'll come to that also. Why do we say there is only the absolute? So the first mala is intrinsically, there are three things that grip all of us. The first being I am. This I am is as much real to me as you are to you. And because I am, everything else is. Because to me, my world is not just me, it is me, I, me, and mine. The moment, dear friends, we come in the realm of relationship, sambandha, there itself, the Dvait, as is spoken about everywhere, automatically exists because if I, as long as I say I, perfect, fine, no issue at all. But when I say I am, again, no issue at all, I am. But the minute I say I am this and I label something, what happens is we come in the world of a seer, so drishta, drishti, and drishya. And this is essentially comes into existence automatically. And to me it's real. I mean, no matter whatever everybody says, and everyone says that everything, there is only Brahman, there is only Param Shiva, there is only universal consciousness, everything I'll know intellectually. But I am this, I am Radhika. To me, it's very real. The second, that minute I say that I am Radhika, Radhika doesn't come just in itself. To me, there is an essential gnawing, meaning there is a essential dearth, apurnata in me. Why is this apurnata? Because I feel, each one of us feel that we need something to complete ourselves. It can be anything. For some, it will be love. For some, it will be money. For some, it will be sex. For some, it will be power. For some, it will be some idea. It will be enlightenment. It could be anything. It could be any concept that I feel that I need to have in order for me to be happy. That I need something to be happy emerges for me. For me, it is unique to me. For you, it is unique to you. So you have, first is I am this. That's Anavamala, it is called as. Second, this essential apurnata that I have, that's called the Mahiyamala. And third is the Karmamala. What is Karmamala? The, the minute I say I am this and I need something to complete myself, and then I have the whole explosion of world with me, which means the moment in any realm of my Panchajnanendriya, Panchakarmendriya realm of my cognition opens up, that cognition brings with it a whole world. The world could be what I see. It's not only what I see, but how I see it through the filter of my being, my personality, my nature, my prakriti, essential nature. Not just that, the whole things associated with it, my memory, my associations. Once fragrance will trigger a memory, one something will bring out one thing. So, this whole bombarding of the karma mala in our shastras, beautifully, karma is action, and action is everything. Every thought of mine, every understanding that came out of that thought for me, what I have seen, what I have spoken, how I have experienced it, choices I have made, all of that together is my karma mala. So I am creating myself every moment. I am what I am through the series of experiences, conditioning that I have over lifetimes, plus what I'm creating myself now, just now. This sum total is this persona Radhika. And for you, it is you. So, when we live, whether I like it or not, I'm constantly going to be bombarded by the influence of this baggage of what we call is samskaras. They are there. Now, with samskaras or karma doesn't operate in its own realm. It has its own realm of causation, which we call as the realm of karma or niyati, that dishes out to each person, according to one's own karma, a certain blueprint. Now, this is very essential, dear friends, to understand. And I'm going to go slowly so that we are all together in understanding this. And it goes to the root of what I love to call the school of life. We'll need to mute the phones or the
They're all muted. I don't know. They're all muted actually, but I don't know where from the sound is coming.
Okay, okay, that's fine then. No, no issue. So, where does this um, grid of karma really operate? Let's understand that. The karma that is, so let's say we have a quiver of arrows. Okay, so this is the sum total of, this is the quiver of arrow that I'm carrying, which is the sum total of my entire karmic, let's say, bank, out of which one arrow has been taken and it has been shot. Now, this arrow, which has already been shot, is in play already. That is what you and I are living, my prarabdha, my current life. Prarabdha karma is something which is already in play, right? Now, one may say, does it mean if it is already in play that it is my life, it's my destiny? Does it mean that I can't really change anything about it? In our life, you will see that as we live, we seem to be from morning to evening in a state of flux. What do I call flux? A flux state is a state where there is a movement. Movement can be anything. Movement can be of thought, it can be of memory, it could be of an emotion, it could be of action, it could be of everything. But this flux or movement is not a movement which is just existing, it's existing in context to me. My thoughts could be, I want to do this, or they could be involuntary, my worry about something. It could be an emotion that I suddenly feel happy, or suddenly feel angry, or suddenly feel jealous, or suddenly feel full of desire. It could be anything. It could be something that I go prepared for, and I go prepared to do something, and something else only happens. I don't know why, but it did happen. This flux and movement that we are in, dear friends, is a moment where a lot is happening in my life which is involuntary. I'm not even doing it voluntarily. It is happening to me. Circumstances, life, situations in life, change in relationships that we have, so many things. What am I doing? I'm trying to catch up with my life. My life is running in its own space, and I'm just trying to catch up with my life. In certain time, I plan certain things, but life seems to have its own idea. Certain times, I plan something and it goes according to the plan, and things happen also. But to me, I'm in a state of strife, sangarsh. My entire life seems to be as if I'm in a strife. And dear friends, here lies the secret that I discovered, which I'm sharing with you. The strife that we experience from morning to night ebbs life force. It literally draws so much of life force that we feel at times we need to replenish it. We feel tired, we feel exhausted. And sometimes, if we indulge too much in it, it can take us to the point of almost being consumed by it. A worry can consume us, a fear could consume us, a desire could consume us. Similarly, attachment could consume us, anything could consume us. But it is so much consumed that our attention or awareness is entirely drawn by that one thing that we seem to be pulled at. So, as a being, Radhika is a being that has, now we have discovered, has her own personality, has her own flux that happens. And there is also a flux that's happening within me in terms of my behavior, my changes, my nature, everything that is changing. And that is happening even outside me. Now, where is this coming from? When you go deeper and deeper into it, you will notice, and especially if you take a pen and paper and sit and look at the moments in your life, high moments, moments of low, and if you look at the circumstances during it and preceding it, say preceding a month, preceding a year, preceding 3 years, what were the events that led to be there? Then preceding 10 years, you will feel and see that what if you were to say what is it that I could have done differently, in most situations you could have said that yes, I could have done this differently or that differently. Certain times certain things just happen, akasmat, just happen. It could be a death, it could be an accident, it could be an incident, just happened, and I was at the receiving end of it. But in a lot of others you will see there was almost a prepping that was done for me to be able to take that hammering. It could be my own sense of hubris that I may have in life. I know it all, because of which it made me completely unaware of what was happening around me, lack of attention, lack of care. In certain cases, it could have been I was so swept away by, say, a fear, a desire, that my ability to be able to discern, to be able to see and understand one from another just was completely taken away, because of which I was not able to respond to that situation to the best of my abilities. Maybe I was consumed by fear, maybe I was consumed by desire, maybe I was consumed by confusion, maybe I was consumed by so deep attachment that my vivek, my intellect, that normally would shine forth to be able to know what is what, couldn't function at all. So, dear friends, in life, when we go through morning to evening, when we start just sitting down quietly, taking few moments where we take a pause and reflect, what it does is it gives us a perspective to observe ourselves. We could be in the middle of a storm. We could be all over the place. Things could be going crazy. Things are going up and down. Or they are going so well that I'm on top of the world completely. And hence, I'm distracted. I could be so much in love that I may be distracted entirely to be able to look at what is happening around me or in my own relationship for that matter. So, what we start seeing when we go quieter and quieter, slowly by slowly, is that for me to be able to truly understand what life is, I need to just observe it, just allow it to reveal itself to me without me sitting in any judgments, without me labeling my life is good, my life is bad, my life is difficult, my life is troubled, it's all over the place, whatever it may be. No labels, no nothing. I just need to live my life. Living life is a very big thing, dear friends. And most of us seldom do it. What would living life would really be? It would mean that I am totally there. In my grief, I'm totally there to live that grief entirely. In the difficult situation, I'm totally there to live it because life has brought it to me. Life has brought that circumstance to me. And I wonder why this is the way it is. What is life showing me? What does life want me to understand deeper and better? So everything to me in our life is a part of a beautiful blueprint that has been created for me. This blueprint has been created for me by life. And how has this been created? This blueprint has been created because this is bringing to me a certain situation, circumstances, state of being, which is creating the necessary conditions which are there and necessary for me to go through, whatever be the situation. This situation and circumstances at time, if I struggle with them, can create great strife. It can create pain for me. It can create difficulty for me. It can create turbulence for me. It can create strife for me. It can create anguish and agony for me. And at times, it can create an awakening for me. Every situation, dear friends, I've realized in our life is not for X, Y, or Z. My life is beautifully crafted for me, and your life has been beautifully crafted for you by the immutable laws of this existence and universe we call Niyati. Because the law of karma are in the realm of causation. Till the time Radhika exists, she is responsible for every thought, spoken word, action, choice that she has made. Till you exist as an individual, so will you be responsible for it. The only purpose of life here is not to teach us a lesson or give us a gift or anything like that. The only purpose of life here is for us to awaken to our own self, to be able to awaken to our own deeper states of awareness. This is the only purpose of life. So imagine this: we have long bought a ticket for a show that we don't even realize that I have bought this ticket. And what was my ticket? My desire to live, to experience, whatever it may have been. Because every desire that I have, me being pure consciousness, everything being pure consciousness, the moment consciousness consciously, even playfully, in that playful imagination that happens, in that imagination, also those worlds will be created for you and me. Such beautiful stories about it in the Yoga Vashishta. Those will get come forth. It's inevitable. However, when we start living life, either we live it unaware and go through things. So first there is maybe shock, then probably there is either fear or despair, then probably there is anger, then probably there is some gap to think why did it happen, and then I start going through deeper and deeper. Sometimes sudden situations and circumstances bring me to a state where I'm nonplussed. It gives me a sudden shock. And that shock brings me to a state where nothing seems to matter. The state of viraktata. In that viraktata, if I go deeper in it, and question why is the nature of things the way it is. It will take me to the shore slowly, slowly of understanding life deeper, whereby I see the transient nature of everything, whereby I start seeing how transient my physical body is. First, I start seeing how transient my environment is, relationships are. I see how transient my body is in terms of changes, modifications, how transient my energy flow is. Today it's like this, afternoon it's like this, evening it's another. How transient my thoughts are, how transient my emotions are, how transient my concepts are, how transient my ideas are. Everything that I have said, this is my life, and this is my principle, and this is that, and this is that. And come emergency, everything goes to air. Nothing is sacrosanct anymore. Only to exist. Only to exist for ourselves, only to exist for the loved ones. That's it, ultimately. Once I am awakened to this deeper nature of mine and understanding of life, same for everybody, nothing different for anybody at all. I take a pause, I breathe, I start sensing life. I'm not thinking about life, I'm not talking about life, I'm not labeling life. I don't know concept of what is right, what is wrong, what should be done and what should not be done. I'm not even getting into all of that. I start sensing life. I pause in silence where my inner voice exists. The inner voice, my guide, my eternal guide, the universal self, my essential self, always guiding me. We always know what is what. We may choose not to hear it. And we have now heard it, not heard it for so long that it seems to be a very distant, tiny voice somewhere. But when I start getting relaxed, when I'm calm, when I'm completely at peace, because I know there is no better, perfect, kind, compassionate teacher, guru than life itself. Once I know this, I relax. Why? Because I don't need to be in strife with life. Life is here for me, for my awakening, for me to understand life. I can't be fighting with life. I'll hold its hand, I'll flow with it. I'll gather myself entirely that I am so scattered everywhere. I'll gather myself entirely, bring it to a single point so that only that life exists and my I'm flowing with it. All of us know the state of parallax, right? In physics, two trains moving simultaneously, it seems stationary. There is no movement. This, dear friends, is life flowing with life, where movement is happening like an acrobat on the rope. There is movement when the acrobat is moving, but the acrobat, the movement, and the rope are so one that there is no, even for a fraction of a second, gap. And that's why, though there is movement and shaking of that rope, the acrobat moves firmly and surely to the other side. There's a very beautiful scripture in Kashmir Shaivism called Spandakarika. The beautiful part is the entire universe being vibrations. Like Sri Adi Shankaracharya wrote Saundarya Lahari. Lahari, the movement of what? Ecstasy. Ecstasy being Anand. Sat, Chit, Anand. Sat is. Chit consciousness whose nature is Anand. That state can be only, is the only state of everything, every being. And dear friends, whenever we are in the state where Anand exists, uncaused, just no reason, just, and that always is in the state of either we have lost the sense of I, me, mine, and I'm watching a sunset, listening to a music maybe. When I'm doing something where I have lost myself, just in that flow of doing, being, in those moments, I'm filled with joy. The joy where there is no dhoop chao, sukh dukh. It's anand, bliss. This state in Saundarya Lahari, this state of Spandakarika, which is vibrationless vibrations. Why vibrationless? Because there is no one else to observe that vibration. When there is no other, there will never be a drishya. Who's there? Who's the other to observe anything? The play between the observer, observed, and observation is all merged. There is no one else. And in reality, that is the existence. There is really no one else. But because, as in the form of a human body, human beings have the ability of self awareness. We have the ability, the gift that I am aware that I am aware. With that, I can create as many worlds I want to. I can today create a world where I am sitting in under a waterfall, enjoying myself as a princess. I can create a world that my world is full of thorns and pain. I can create a world of magic, and I can create a world of disharmony and disease. I afflict myself with my thoughts, my feelings, my vibrations. Everything is alive, dear friends. Every thought is infused with universal consciousness. Every will is infused by it. Every spoken word is infused by it. Everything, I am the master and creator. That is creating my physical chemistry, it's creating my emotional chemistry, it is creating the entire Mishran, combination of what we call as gunas within me, sattva, rajatama. This is created by me. It exists as absolute. But how I use it and the combination which is balance, sattva, rajo, and tama, everything is needed for life. But when I go from being to being this, their fluctuations begin. And those fluctuations, depending on my nature, my behavior, my choices, my actions, my propelling forces, are determining those qualities. Too much of I me mindness is going to cause attachment. It's going to cause me pride. It's going to cause me disillusionment. It's going to cause me negativity. It's going to cause me confusion. What begins as valor, when combined as I did it, will create in me tamas and ghor tamas. What is tamas essentially? Just nothing other than the eye centric tendencies going out of control. Tamas in itself is beautiful. Why? It brings tirtha. It's a state where if we want to sit, the state which enables us to sit in one place comes from inactivity, inaction. But that same inactivity, which is brought about by I centric tendencies, brings all the negative manifestations of everything. From here, so what is such a person told by a master? Such a person is told, you know what? Enough thinking about yourself, your own worries, your own problems, your own life being so bad, dark, how unjust life has been to you. Enough, forget all this. Don't worry. You know what? Just go sweep the courtyard. For the next 1 year, just you're in charge of sweeping. No thought, no nothing, just functional needs, eating, bathing, bathing, eating, doing your basic things, chores, functional aspect of life, and just do your job. Serve people, go do work in the farm. Why? Because we being us so full of ourselves, whereby we are constantly looking at only what is happening with me and my life of my loved ones, and the daira of my I being so small that I me my means me, my family, maybe my neighbor, few friends, few things that I like. That's my limitation. But same this me, when I start understanding life and say that life is expressing itself through me, life is expressing itself through you, life is expressing itself through everybody, then I am me for sure. But I am the expression of totality. I'm the expression of existence, and I live as that. So I can certainly say I'm Radhika, but knowing fully well, what can Radhika do? One switch closes, and you will say she was. My body, my prayat will be on this floor. That's it. One current goes on off here, my faculty to think may just go. And I may just be stuck in one place, not knowing what my name is also tomorrow. This person, I did this, I did that. Then why is it that the times when nothing was functioning, when the tap shut, I couldn't do anything? I felt so utter despair. So it is, yes, the source of everything is this powerhouse of universe. So dear friends, the more I understand this, the more I relax into life. The more I relax into life, the more I completely flow with it. The faith that I live with moment to moment is real. I believe in life. I know life is for a reason. I express my gratitude for life. I ask for forgiveness for not having known the purpose of what life is. And in that, I may have done so many things, but I knew no better. So it's not like we have to carry some baggage for that also. There is only that is expressing itself through me. And the more in sync I am with that, and if you now read Bhagavad Gita entirely, from the beginning to end, when Sri Krishna is speaking to Arjun, and for a moment, imagine Sri Krishna is you speaking to you, yourself, my own universal self, Atmaram, within me, speaking to my own self, the individualized self that I so talk to. And now you read the entire shloks, each shlok one after the other, where he constantly reminds him that there is only me. It is with me that everything is made possible. When you, as me, express and do whatever you have to do according to dharma, your own nature, your own responsibility, wherever you have been placed, you do your duty, fulfill your duty as an offering to me. Hence, it will be beautiful with a lot of love, with a lot of care, with a lot of attention and reverence. Do everything in our life beautifully. A cup of tea is done beautifully. We come home, meet our loved ones beautifully. We talk to neighbors beautifully. We talk to people on the street, wherever we can be of use, like the trees, the rivers, the air, the soil. Everything gives itself, shares itself. Share all our gifts with everybody beautifully. What else is there in life to do? This brings joy, utter joy. Sri Krishna says to Arjun, in this, you what will happen to you eventually? You lose yourself. In the joy of knowing that I am existence, life is expressing itself through me. How beautiful is this? Everything about us, how we are, what we do, our everything is beauty because that is existence. To see anything, pick up an orange, pick up and everything, anything in life, feel the texture, see the beauty, how perfection in everything. Everything is connected to everything, no waste anywhere. So beautiful, perfect balance. Everything is beautiful. And when we go deeper into this life, which is so extraordinary and beautiful, it reveals itself to me and it reveals itself to you every day, provided we just are there with this flow. So, my dear friends, this school of life is alive. We are in the school, each one of us. This is our school of life. This is life is teaching us. And life is so beautiful that in any and every moment, there is nothing to fear, no despair, no worry, nothing at all. Everything is taken care of. And even if it seems that it is not, not to worry, because not everything we understand. It is a process. We have to trust it. We have to believe in it. We have to understand it. Because that which is perfect in everything is also perfect in me. In every cell of my being, in the light of the light that shines through me, in whether at a cellular level, at a physical level, at an energy level, at an emotional level, everything is just an expression of it. It's the same that expresses itself in different states and dimensions, but no different at all. At all. So, when in life we realize this, suddenly we are relaxed. Truth relaxes us. Truth only can set us free and relax us entirely. It has to. There is no other way. That is truth. Same goes for pure love. Same goes for anything that is done absolutely with perfection as an offering. Always. So, my dear friends, I said I'll have 15-20 minutes in the end for question answers. I would request if you have any question answers, please feel free to questions to ask. We may take a few minutes longer than 8 p.m. I'm sorry about that. I kind of lost track of time, but feel free to.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Yes,
You have been
please
speaking.
call me Radhika.
Yeah, okay, fine. Good evening, Radhika. Nice meeting you. And it's a wonderful, wonderful journey through life that you had focused on. But I feel how many people in our country can reach to that level of realizing self and understanding all these aspects of what you have explained throughout your lecture, you know? Like, I feel mostly our people in our country are struggling for existence, hand to mouth existence. And this, I feel what you said is wonderful. And you are quoting also Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara finally showed us the way. It's all the things, like they say, all the roads lead to the grave, but to the grave. So all of us finally should, believe in that universe, which has to help us out in our, like you said, the turbulence that we experience in our life and the sudden happiness that we experience in love, sudden troubles that we experience in our lives. All these things you have focused on wonderfully. It is a kind of a self struggle that you have very clearly showed us, isn't it? So, how many of us are really capable of reflecting this way?
So, it's a wonderful question. So that's the beauty of life, right? Because till the time each one of us gathers oneself, and for a moment, let's keep away the concepts also. So let's assume we forget about every concept. I don't know anything of anything. I've never read a single Shastra. I don't know anything, okay? And let's say I was a tailor or a mason, right? So, in a life where I am today, as you said, living day to day existence, to each person, what I'm saying has really nothing to do with how much education one has had or what material, benefits I may have or anything of that sort. The reason for that is you will find a lot of people, each one of us must have met in life. Sometimes we are in a bus, in a train. You just meet certain people, simple people. It could be a vegetable vendor, always with a smile, giving us the vegetable. Somewhere you go in a restaurant and someone is serving with a lot of joy, and somebody is doing in the lift and they say, "Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am." And you look at their shoes, they are all worn out. Everybody's maybe they've done double shift, who knows? Anything is possible.
Beside
But
that,
they're
there are
doing
people
something
who
with
just
a lot
walk
of
by.
joy.
Excuse
Just sorry, just one moment.
me.
What is important here, what we are talking about here, is not about someone else. Because first we have to start with only us. How can I talk about X, Y, or Z, right? Because if I bring joy, I, with this understanding, experience this joy. And if I can share this joy with one person, maybe two people, maybe five people, maybe 100 people, who knows? Everybody, everything, what is important is I do my responsibility. I'm not here to be able to look at whether I can help everybody or no. If I'm meant to, I will. Who knows? I don't know what life has in store. But life certainly has told me I have to be dutiful and do my own duties properly and do them well and live this moment to moment joyously. Now, this joy may be experienced and may be palpable for few, and they may say, "Radhika, why is it that you have this smile on your face? Can you share this joy with us? What is it?" Or may not be. What is important is not what anybody else is doing. What is important is what am I doing in my life? That's all. That beautiful story of this beautiful lady, old lady, one king was told, you want to achieve greatness, fine. You do this big yagya and you go to this massive shivling and offer all the milk that is there. And they keep pouring and pouring and pouring. And then there was this one lady comes in the end with a little bit of milk. She pours and everything flows. Why? the joy of it. So, what we are saying here is, I know, dear friends, this is not a one stop solution to everything. I'm just sharing with you my own understanding of life, which I have gathered. And this is something which has held me in good stead, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances. I unequivocally can say and reflect that there is nothing more perfect than life. If there is one thing that you want to hold on to and have faith in life, in your own self. That's it. This is what I want to share with you.
Yeah, I feel that lots of people in our country as well as abroad in the West, they all just die without realizing all this
No,
truth.
but dear friends, what I'm saying is,
Yeah. Like you
it's
said,
not
it's
about
a
others,
personal
it's
journey.
about us.
Yeah, you said it's a personal journey. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Radhika ji, this is Miruna here.
Yes, namaste.
Which subject, school of life. I was really puzzled what you're going to talk about. But then you have beautifully within this 1 hour really given me the feeling that life is really beautiful and how we look at it our own self. Thank you so much. Really wonderful lecture.
Ma'am, I'll urge for the recording of this. It was mesmerizing, and your voice was so mesmerizing. So I was just listening. So, if possible, please share a recording of this session in group.
You will get the recording.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
If
Really great.
everyone's okay, I'd like to just end with the Omkar and just for us to sit for a minute with our eyes closed, if you're okay with it.
ये
Yes.
हाथ से डाल देना सारा आलू
Even
और
more
थोड़ा
than
पानी डाल के उसमें डालो। अभी पानी नहीं डालो, अभी और भूनने दो आलू को भी टमाटर को। अभी मैं 2 मिनट बात नहीं करूंगी।
तुम्ही अंघोळ घातली बाथरूमचे पाकळे
Namaskar, everyone. Wishing you all the very best. All the best.
Namaskar, Radhika.
Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kusum, for this
ma'am. Thank you so
opportunity.
much.
Dr.
Thank
Sen
you.
Gupta,
Thank you.
namaskar to
Thank
all
you.
of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Singh, for this session.
Bye-bye.